What is going on, everybody? What is going on, everybody? My name is JeffLightsyJr. This is the Victory Formation Sports Show. We got a special guest in the building. He's one of the recent commitments to Coach Willie Simmons in the FAMU Rattlers. It is none other than offensive lineman Kardell Thomas. Kardell, how's it going, man?
Oh man, it's going good, man. How y'all doing? Or how you
Hey,
doing?
hey, doing good, man. And I know the Rattler Nation is excited about your addition. I know the coaching staff over at FAMU was excited about you coming to be a part of the FAMU League down there in Tallahassee. Just before we get into committing to Coach Simmons and everything, just talk to me about just your decision to enter the transfer portal and what kind of like that was like for you.
Oh well, for me, starting off and just being here at LSU, getting hurt my freshman year, getting ready to play early, that kind of set me back for his health wise. I always been ready to play, and like any other player, you have hiccups. So my so when I started noticing my hiccups wasn't as big as other ones, especially when other people wasn't better than me, I just started seeing it for what it was. And sometimes it's just business, man. Like I'm from Baton Rouge, you know what I'm saying? My whole city love me, my whole city behind me, so LSU don't define like Baton Rouge for me, you know what I'm saying? This is my home. I got business here. I'm finna have property here. I got a farm here. You know what I'm saying? So this is
Yeah.
my city. So, LSU going bad ain't stopped me from being Kardell Thomas. It's just the situations, and Kardell Thomas stopped Kardell from being Kardell Thomas. So my decision to leave was more of a freedom choice. You know what I'm saying? You can't do everything you want to do when people want you to be a certain way. So for me, leaving was a life decision. I looked at myself 4 years in the program, and I looked at myself and I said, if I was to stop playing right now, what do I have? I, I checked the NIL. NIL money, you know what I'm saying, stopped coming. I don't know what happened with that, but, looking at that, and I just asked myself, I looked at my age. Okay, I'm 21, I'm an adult. And I started looking at most 21-year-olds around me. I started realizing I'm not average, but I was putting myself in average situations, if that makes sense. So I looked at behind my name. I said, bro, I'm just a name. And I started realizing that for me, it should have been more than football. So going to FAMU was a life decision, and just hopping in the portal was a life decision because sometimes like staying home not good for you, and sometimes just people, you know what I'm saying, not good for you. The whole LSU organization not bad. It's some great people. There's still some great, amazing people there, but sometimes bad authority and high positions will spoil the whole, spoil the whole bunch. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it wasn't a being real straight up a Coach Kelly thing, or this coach thing, that's coach thing. It's about the people I felt who I was around. All of them wasn't good for me. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like I couldn't grow with some people, you know what I'm saying, being in that program, just being totally honest with you. So it was a life decision for me. I committed to FAMU, of course, because it's your people, man. Like
Yeah.
with the way HBCUs going, I can be honest and say at the time, nah, it probably wouldn't have been the right decision for me to go to HBCU. No NIL, no funding like HBCUs need. So of course that was a bad decision. Let's be real about it. But now with the way they coming up, I ain't saying I'm bandwagoning, but I'm one of the people I realized that I should have been the start. Nah, not even if it was Southern with me being in Baton Rouge, but somewhere that can support me because going to FAMU is top notch, first class. It's not like HBCU at all, which I didn't expect. So FAMU and going to FAMU just was a life decision overall. Being there with the people, watching the, what I'm saying, authentic. People being authentic. Coach Devin, Coach Willie, like the whole coaching staff. NFL vets. So if I'm trying to get to the league, why not go get coached by people that been there and done that? You know, and most of it being real with you in PWI, you got a lot of teachers that never did. You see what I'm saying? So when you got a lot of teachers that never did and they coaching you, you start looking at stuff like, okay, well, if you never went this far, you know what I'm saying? How you gonna tell me how to, So I'm one of them type of people. Like no matter how old you are, grown or whatever, like just because you grown, you older than somebody don't mean you smarter than them. So when I start realizing a lot of stuff being forced and a lot of stuff is just being real with you, a lot of stuff there with certain things in certain situations, like I said, just to put on record, it's not LSU as a whole. It's a great university. I'm graduating from there. If I didn't love LSU, I could have hopped out, you know what I'm saying, graduated from school. But I love the school. I love the state. I grew up a Tiger fan. But unfortunately, it didn't work out with some situations and some people. You know what I'm saying? It's not the coaching staff as a bad thing. And I know narratives get out there, and I know people think what they want to know, but out the horse's mouth is not the whole program. It's not certain. It's only certain people. I feel like was, I don't want to say holding me back, but like, you know, it's just certain situations I feel like should have been held better, should have been better, and I feel I was, you know, kind of blackballed from stuff that was just either miscommunication or because you just wanted to think a certain way about me. So I'm gonna tell the truth, you know. So yeah, man, FAMU, I'm just looking forward to it.
And let me ask you this,
Yeah.
Kardell. Let me ask you this. So when you because man, you had some man, you just spoke a lot of good stuff right there. When you hopped in the portal, was there any other schools that maybe reached out and what kind of you kind of spoke about FAMU, but what kind of sold you over for FAMU over some of maybe those other opportunities that you had?
Oh, that's a great question. Well, for me, recruitment, I was the #1 player in the nation. You know, I'm still me, still him. You know what I'm saying? Kardell Thomas, I was #1 player in the nation, so I understand how recruitment go. So this time around, it was kind of okay. I felt it was kind of, we got a big name in the portal. Let's grab him, but not have a plan for him. And for me, like I said, my off the field, what I'm doing is so generational. It's, you know what I'm saying, just unique that most athletes can't come to the table and talk about agriculture in a room. You know, so so when you talk about what you want to do, FAMU is #1 in business and ag. So when you talking about what I want to do, and you talking about what I need to do as a future father, as a future, you know, caretaker, you know, like it was a life decision. Like I told you, 4 years I looked behind my name. I had no capital. You need capital to do anything in America. So for me, it was a business decision. Like FAMU SBI program, that's gonna set me good for off the field. You know, the league ain't forever. I can go first round, 7th round, get hurt, and it can be over. That's a possibility. So when I realized there were lessons, you know, and I took some losses and I learned from them. So that was the biggest thing. And then when you sitting with a head coach that got the same story as you, Lime, like had to transfer you, so he understand what it is and what you need to be successful. For me, FAMU good for me because I'm a low key type of person. You know, Lime like not good for me. I get that it come with it, but I'm all about, you know, just I don't know, doing stuff the right way. And I just feel like, you know, FAMU, it didn't take me long to realize that's what I need to do, if that makes sense. Because
Yeah, man, it makes perfect sense. It makes perfect sense, bro. Like, first of all, I just want to commend you, dog. Like the way you think, the way you process some things, it's a little different than most 21-year-olds. Like I know you said 21 like it was old. It ain't old.
Oh no, I'm 22. Yeah, I'm 22.
22, yeah, same. Oh, whatever. It's all like, whoa, bro. Like you really got a grasp on this thing. Like you really like on this thing. You seem to really, really understand it. So I'm commending you for that. That's awesome. Like I talk to college players all the time. They don't sound like this when we talk. You get what I'm saying?
I don't talk much. I be out the way, bro.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is like they'll grasp on like life, business, stuff like that. You talking about whether I'm 1st round pick, 7th round pick. This thing could be over with one play. Like I like this. I like that, man. I like the way that sound, man. You talk about the agriculture, your business, your capital, all that stuff, man. That's dope. Once again, we're talking to Kardell Thomas, FAMU commit. So I want you spoke a little bit about those conversations with Coach Simmons. What is Coach Simmons for the people at home that don't know Coach Simmons, haven't gotten to talk to him? What is he like? What is he like, and what has he been like for you so far?
For me and Kurt, I just talked to him yesterday, but so Coach Simmons, like I said, and as I get down now, I feel him out more. But you could tell when some people just they thinkers, and I'm a thinker. You know, most people. The biggest thing for me when I see like just a man, like if you could close your mouth and just read the room as a man, that's big for me because most people don't know. Like I'm an observer, so if I'm feeling I'm gonna play for somebody, I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna watch you like a hawk. You probably don't even know I'm watching you, but I'm gonna watch your every move. And when I say like I paid attention to not just him, but the whole coaching staff, and they move how a black man is supposed to move. And I see what they're trying to build, and I definitely want to be a part of that. And for me coming to FAMU, also, like I said, I got my own NIL marketing agency. So it's a lot that I can do on and off the field just for the players. Because I'm talking to the players, and they like, oh, you know, NIL this, NIL that. I'm like, well, you know, I come from PWI. So I would just want to be able to get them, like, game on how to do it the right way, because just because it's an HBCU don't mean they can't go pro, they can't be something. You know what I'm saying? So I'm in PWI. I know where I was. I know how people look at stuff, but people don't understand. It's about us pulling together. So I'm just trying to pull together, man. And going down there, it was a life-changing experience, like just the peace I felt. So that's really the decision for his head coach Simmons, and his family as a whole, just tying them into each other because obviously, he made FAMU what it was, of course, along with other people, but it's just ain't no cap in their rap. That's the best way to put it.
Hey, that's the best way to put it, man. I do want to ask you this, Kardell. Once again, we're talking Kardell Thomas, man, FAMU commit. Just when it comes to football, because we've been talking about a lot of stuff. When it comes to football, what are you going to be able to bring to that FAMU team this upcoming season?
For me, I just want to bring, a force, just a roadblock, a pass block. I just want to bring me to FAMU. I want to gel with the players. I want to, just build something, man, because what they got already is amazing. I just want to come be a part of something greater than myself. So I just want to bring what I come with the FAMU, a tough, a hard-working player. I'm going to speak my mind the right way. I'm a motivator. I ain't no bully. I'm humble. I never look down on the soul, from the people who they call junkies on the street to the president. Everybody the same in my eyes. So I just want to bring I'll bring something different to FAMU, if that makes sense.
Absolutely, man. Hey, that absolutely. Now you play O-line. What would you say is the toughest part about playing O-line?
I wouldn't really say it's tough, but being a lineman, you got to be a thinker.
Oh, looks like we might have lost Kardell for a second. Yeah, man, this dude talks.
Lineman, I could probably say being keeping your head on the swivel. I know for me, when they run, I guess you could say a twist game or whatever. Hold up, my camera.
Yeah.
All right, got it.
There we go.
When you run a twist game or something as a lineman, you can get ear hole. There's a lot of stuff I could probably say, not hard, but you got to be.
Yeah.
Watch out for as an old lineman, man. And I'm just ready to get to Tallahassee, bro.
Absolutely, man. Talk to me about, man, your NIL agency, man. How did that come about? What made you want to think ahead and get into something like that?
For me, really, honestly, going through pointless NIL contracts when they first started. A lot of NIL people, when they first started, it was I don't want to say a money grab, but a clout grab. It didn't make sense. So I had a lot of empty promises with a lot of people. And me being an athlete, because I'm gonna be real with you, I'm like type person. If I ain't lose no money and I gain knowledge, whether it was good or bad, I ain't tripping. So going through them situations with different people, I gained more knowledge than I lost. Most people worry about cause and jury. I'm more about what the equity talking about. You know what I'm saying?
Come on, man.
Yeah. So with my NIL, oh yeah, I'm like that.
Yeah, that's what I said. That when I said the mind, bro. That's what I'm talking about right there, man. That's what I was talking about.
But with my NIL company, I actually came on as an athlete first. They signed me as an athlete. And then a couple conversations later, and we talked about ownership. Because at the end of the day, when you look at the basis of any business, people just want their dreams and their visions to become fruitful. So any way I can help somebody, bring their dreams to fruition, I'm with it. So basically, Gary, that's my business partner in it. We had a lot of ideas. So, and he's a hard worker. He's a hustler. You know what I'm saying? The company in Rochester, New York. So we distant, but we're going to meeting soon because we got a couple campaigns going on with B-Dot. I don't know if you know who that is, the basketball.
Yeah.
He signed. Yeah, he signed to X Factor, which is the company that I got ownership in. Him and a couple other guys, and I got a whole HBCU campaign I'm working on because I got my own jury. I got my own jury company too. So I'm trying to just figure out how to, spread the wealth and spread it the right way and not take. So that pretty much just came off of bad contracts and me making sure like other athletes know like, okay, this what the 20% is and this what the 10% is, and okay, this is why this person should get 20% if they bringing all these, fantastic deals to you. Then yes, they need 20%. Or I can just show you how to be your own boss, which I'm doing now. So I'm working on my ownership before I get back into football because I didn't deal with that machine before, and I don't want to take from me again, if that makes sense. So.
Nah, absolutely, man. All of that makes sense, bro. That's That's dope. Like it's super dope. Dog. Like I said, I don't talk to a lot of college student athletes that are able to talk like that are able that's on top of things like that. And so that's why it's very good to hear some of the cool things that you are doing for sure. Now, I want to ask you this, man. Like you said, you're from Baton Rouge. You know, you got Southern in the backyard. You're going to FAMU. Was there ever a chance that maybe you might have ended up at Southern once you left LSU? Did they kind of contact you, or was it FAMU all the way?
Oh nah, I chose FAMU over D1s. Like I could have went, you know what I'm saying, anywhere else.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I just like I said, I don't need to post coaches and offers and you know what I'm saying. Like that's childish. That's a pony show. I'm about getting to here, getting on this team, and winning the championship. So for me, it was like, okay, do I want to go somewhere where I don't have the freedom to be creative and speak my mind or just be me? Or do I want to go somewhere I can be me and get to the NFL? Because me, I'm not no bad person, but it's just like people will dull you down or, oh, you can't say this because you go to this school and it's a prestigious school. So now I can't even be myself. I can't post my poetry like I want to. I can't post my music that I'm finna get into. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of things that factor into FAMU. Like it's a black mecca and I'm black. So why wouldn't I go maximize my opportunities with my people?
Come on, bro. Come on, man. You sweet. Hey, I love the way this conversation is going. Once again, this is Kardell Thomas, man. He's going to FAMU. That's awesome, man. Where did that kind of entrepreneurial mindset and then the way that did that come from moms? That come from dads? That come from where's that come from?
To be real with you, growing up, honestly, like, well, my pops died in January, so I kind of say my pops dying awoken me to what the world really was, and just being like real with you, like when people die, their dreams die. So hearing my pops talk about all his dreams and gold, and then die without reaching them, it just made me say I'm gonna touch all my dreams before I go, because you know God put you here to influence others, and on top of that, He put you here to just, I don't know, be a light. So when you're not following your dreams, I kind of feel like you're not being a light. That's just kind of the approach I take. And man, just the hustle and the ambition. My pops had worked at Budweiser, so all my life on the weekends, I was making money with pops, learning about beer, learning about stacking beer and stuff like that, getting paid, or he taking me, you know what I'm saying, to different cities and stuff while he do his job. So I was able to learn, pick up on a lot. And on top of that, my pops, I'm be real, my pops pee, bro. My pops was pee before he left, so I picked up a lot of things, you know what I'm saying? So it was just my upbringing would groom me to be me, and me committing at 15. Honestly, I should have seen more before I decided to just live out my life here young, if that makes sense. Like 18 going across the world and 18 here, two different situations. I would have to grow up quicker going across the world at 18 versus being here where I'm comfortable. So I didn't want to be comfortable. That's why I wouldn't. That's why I didn't go to Southern. Because in my city, it's easy to be a superstar. All you need is a couple followers and look like you're doing something, and everybody know you. So, and I'm not no fame type of person. I'm a realist. So I wanted to go somewhere where I can be real, if that makes sense.
Absolutely, man.
You get tired
Absolutely.
of putting on a face. You know what I'm saying? So
Nah, that's awesome, man. What do you think it'll mean, not just to you, your family, your city, FAMU, if you're able to go to FAMU, do what you expect to do, and end up getting your name called in the NFL draft?
it'll be big, and it'll just show. Well, really, it don't matter where you go. You know. So for me, it's more of a me thing. You know, I feel like I put that weight on my back of, oh, I'm gonna do this for everybody. Man, FAMU a me decision because me gonna get me on the stage. You know, so you know, I just realized sometimes it's right to be selfish when you in your season, because when you look at every time you looked out, you was putting yourself back. I mean, in my mind, I should have transferred 2 years ago. You know, because they're not for stuff going sour, stuff going bad, but like if your heart telling you something ain't for you, it ain't for you. You can't force it on yourself because you compromising yourself. When you compromise yourself, you get stuck and you get comfortable. So rather than pass up opportunities to do what I've been doing. You know, I always was business minded. I had my parents had a football team and a basketball team that I coached myself, young. You know, so I was always in them roles to be a boss, if that makes sense. So going somewhere where, okay, you ain't got that time to go with your basketball team, so you ain't getting them different experiences. You only get one experience for 4 years because you don't have time, and you become that. And I ain't want to become this no more, if it makes sense. Like, I just love the game. And when you get to certain levels, it's not about the game no more. It's a pony show. Look at me show up. This person got a deal, and we gonna post them and just forget, that we getting blew out. But we gonna come bring the camera in the locker room and record everything. We getting blew out now.
Yeah.
But we gonna come record. You know what I'm saying? So when I'm in the lot and I'm looking at stuff like that, I'm like, yeah, bro, this not for me, bro. I'd rather go ball out and play my heart out, because it's just like, I'm a real competitor. I'm a winner. Excuse my language, but man, get that shit out of here. We losing. We need to focus. I'm that kind of player. And when I realized, when people telling me be quiet for somebody not doing up downs like everybody else, I had to say, oh, this what this is. Oh, this what this is. Oh, okay. Politics, I ain't tripping. I get it. I'ma just bust out. You know, if my son wanted to come here, I wouldn't stop him. If my daughter wanted to come here, I wouldn't stop him. We from here. Best thing you can do is go to LSU. I'm proud of that degree. I'm proud I played football here. But for me, I gotta go. And then if it come back and we could do some potential business, whatever, cool. Or if my son, like I said, my son wanted to come here, or anybody want to come here, come here. I ain't gonna tell you don't come here. Coach Davis is a great online coach. Coach Kelly a great coach. Everybody in that building, you know what I'm saying, they're great people, but it's just situations don't fit me no more. You know, so that's just the overall basis of the decision.
Absolutely, man. And just I only got a few more questions for you. Once again, this is Kardell Thomas. He's going to FAMU, man. He's going to play on the O-line. Just what are your expectations for yourself and for the team this upcoming season, and when you get to FAMU?
Basically, win, man. Keep winning. Keep that home streak alive. You know, keep that. You know, just basically step in and play my role. You know, come in and do what I'm supposed to do. You know, come in and work hard, earn the trust of my teammates. You know, earn the right to be a Rattler. You know, that's what I'm looking for. I ain't no superstar. I'm coming to work just like everybody else.
Absolutely, man. Well, Kardell, man, shout out some of your businesses, man. I might want to tap you in. I'm lacking on my jewelry, man. I might want to get something, man. What are some of your businesses? Where can people find you?
Well, I have a promotional business where basically we throw parties on campus, and we book venues, and we throw parties, whether it's a football team party, a women's basketball party, or whatever. So I'm looking to get into that a lot more at FAMU. It's called Infinity Worldwide 80 _ you would probably see me post on my Instagram coming up. I got a jewelry business called Players Ice. We did a couple things with Shock Doctor and a couple other brands. So my business is going. I just need to get them out there more. And what else I got? And I got some life changing stuff coming up. So I'm gonna be dropping a couple documentaries from time to time, because I got an EP getting ready to come out. So yeah, so
man.
I just been sitting back and just, like I said, being creative. Like, I couldn't do that nowhere else. So now I can really sit back and look at my notes from 4 years and say, okay, now I can finally put this out. You know, it's that type of thing. Like, freedom, bro. I got too used to being free, so.
Absolutely, man. Kardell, tell the people where they can find you on social media so they don't miss any of your posts, man. Any of the things that you got coming out.
Oh, bet. You can follow me. It's my name, Kardell Thomas, Kardell Thomas.
Absolutely, man. This is Kardell Thomas. He's going to go play for Coach Willie Simmons and FAMU. Kardell, I'm going to stay in contact, man, because like I said, I might have to get some jewelry, and I definitely want to be able to help you in any way I can, man. This is Kardell Thomas. You're listening to Jeff Lightsy Jr. Thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.